trying something new where in just a few minutes in real time, I have somebody go from looking like this when they're hitting the bag to now looking like this. And it's gonna make big, big changes moving forward. I'm trying something different where I take a simple drill like throwing 1-2s on the bag, having somebody do it for 20 to 30 seconds, having them stop, making one-step corrections, and then having them do the drill over again. And I'm hoping by doing this and filming it, we can see big improvements in just a few minutes of doing certain drills.
I'm only gonna do this one for about 20 seconds. That last one was 30.
The first correction we focused on was just literally turning the punches over. So not keeping them as vertical and just making sure we're twisting the punch out.
And so if you feel you're leaning, go ahead and scoot forward a little bit. Yeah, and then scoot back with, yeah, you stay with the bag. So if you find yourself leaning over the front foot, make sure you move the front foot forward a little bit more, turn your core more.
On top of remembering to turn the punches over, now we're focusing on not leaning over that front leg.
And keep making adjustments. So if you find your chin coming up, keep looking through those eyebrows. If you find you leaning, adjust the foot. And it's literally only inches. Inches will make a big difference in your footwork. Turn those punches, you're not turning them all the way. Keep them long, elbows stay in until you punch.
I adjusted a few things here, like making sure we kept the chin down, but that we were also keeping our elbows in until we actually threw the punch.
Turn your core, it's not the arms doing the work. Turn your hips, punch with your hip.
As we added more, we stopped turning our hips and our shoulders and the arms started doing the punching. So we made that one of the steps to focus on.
You already look better. Elbow still coming up a little high first, right at the end you turn it. And look for speed though, I still want the speed. We still have to go fast because you're gonna make mistakes the faster we go. All right, so these little adjustments will start making bigger differences. We'll be able to see them better the faster we go. Good, and adjust slightly, adjust slightly. Yeah, there you go, good. Keep going, 10 more seconds. We're going to 30 on this one. Second rep, we're focusing on bending the knees, and you adjust your feet. See, you're leaning. Yeah, even if you're bending your knees more, it's gonna be harder to step. You got to adjust. Just pick up the speed. You got 10 seconds left.
Although they were doing a good job of keeping their knees bent the whole time, I just made that the focus here. So we just made sure to keep good posture, using the knees, and that's this rep.
Good, and abs are staying tense. You're crunching them, keeping a tight core, adjusting your footwork if that bag moves. Looking through the eyebrows, turning the punch.
I wanted to focus on keeping the core tight so that our power could travel through the bag. And if we lean back, we end up losing a lot of that.
Good. 5 more seconds. Pick it up, pick it up. And time.
I'm going to be trying this out with a few people with a few different drills, and I've already filmed some more today. And what I like about it is, depending on whatever drill you're doing, I did one with a roundhouse kick that I'll be posting and things like that. But doing just 1-2s on the bag like this, it gets you tired. And your technique is going to start to fail as you get tired if you don't really focus on it. What I saw from doing this drill, and to the untrained eye, it might not look very different from the first clip you saw to the last one there, but the biggest difference to me was our stance. And so Stephanie, who was in the video, was in the beginning leaning over her front leg. All of her weight was on her front leg. Her punches were staying vertical as she hit. It was much more jumpy, to where at the end of the video, by making those one-step corrections and making them obvious, she's now crunched in a little bit. She's got a better defense if she needed to and block. She was turning her hips better, landing more power. She was turning the punches to get that snap. The biggest thing though, that's really hard to get some people to do, is she wasn't leaning over her front leg as much, so she was staying much more centered. That's going to give you a lot more options, and we can build off it. Now every step that we corrected and everything you add starts to take away from the first step, right? So it's super easy to make one correction, and then when we make 2 or we make 3, now you have to think of multiple things at once, and it gets difficult. But doing it this way, any kind of drill would be cool like this, and filming it this way really makes them obvious. Now I did it with somebody who spars and trains with me a lot, and they knew I was filming, so the mistakes I see them make, they were purposely trying really hard not to make it. So the coach can still see the mistakes and correct them, but it's much more subtle when somebody knows they're being filmed and they're trying really hard because they actually know what to do. To whereas when you take a beginner, so somebody like Stephanie who trains, she does it for fun and fitness, or you take somebody who's new to the sport altogether, you're going to see the mistakes much more obviously, and then the corrections are going to look that much greater, even though it's really the same thing. So I'm going to put some more of these out. I'm going to get more in depth with them. This was just kind of like a test and something for me to get out for fun. But I'm going to dig into this a little bit deeper because I think it'll be good for me as a coach. It'll be good for the people that I'm training, and it'll be fun to kind of watch the progression and from start to finish in just a basic, simple drill.